Our final thing is called Fund a Need. And our club picks a different need each year. We've done this for the last half a dozen years, probably, something like that. And then the Fund a Need is strictly a monetary donation. The auctioneer will start off with who will donate. He'll start at a higher number, and you raise your hand, and they'll jot down your bidding number. Then they'll go to a lower number and a lower number. And so everyone will have a chance to donate to that cause. Midwest Missions is the fund a need this year that our Jefferson Rotary Club has chosen. And Sam, you're close to that organization. What does Midwest Missions do? Where are they? What's their purpose?
It's a great organization. It was founded originally by the United Methodist Church in Illinois as a depot for helping get kits and things to send overseas and help things so like school kits and laundry kits and these different ways. And then a lot of disaster relief has now come from that. We have what's called flood buckets and different. So they assemble these. They take other donations. They do treadle sewing machines and electric sewing machines that you don't want. They will fix those. They can send those into poverty-stricken countries where they can give those to someone who can start a little micro business to feed their family by sewing people's things and that kind of stuff. So they have those kinds of things. They do a lot. They move a lot of medical equipment. We all have medical equipment that we might even be throwing away. Your grandpa got a walker when he died, and they send those again to overseas to these countries. A lot of them in South America and Central America too. They've shipped on I think 25 or 30 shipments already international in the last 2 months. Just that's out of their Illinois location. They finally outgrew this Illinois location, and they picked Iowa as their place. They wanted to start another one. They serve Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Ohio, and all of that region, the Dakotas and Nebraska. So they got all those states with, I guess they left out Wisconsin, probably.
So all those, the Midwest.
They served the upper Midwest. That's why it's called Midwest Mission. And they are looking, they have bought a building here in Jefferson that was originally the Fairway store, the original Fairway store before they built the new one. It started its life as an implement dealer. The last thing before Midwest Mission got it, it was a phone-in center for tech support. And so that it was set up for that. They are bringing in people to volunteer in that, and then they've just been swamped with people volunteering and donations. And they picked Iowa because for years Iowa has done what they call in-gathering through the Methodist churches, where all the ladies, the United Methodist Women groups would gather all these kits. And they'd put together the school kits and the this and that, and they would make these kits, and they would gather them in and give them to Midwest Mission. We were the only state that did that, and it's still huge, and it's even bigger the amount of those they get. So they bought the building. They got it at a price that was very favorable from Greene County Development, and that was great. They still have to complete their building fund. They wanted to raise $400,000, and they're about halfway, a little over halfway to that. And that's so they can build onto that building to build warehouse space so that they can really make this location take off. It's already sending stuff back to Illinois every week, and a semi-load a week almost goes back there. It could do more if we had more space to store the items in the first place to put them together. So they're looking to build onto that, and that's what our Fund a Need is for. It's a great group of folks, and it's bringing in people from, I think she said, 10 states already, and almost every county in Iowa have sent someone here and done work at Midwest Mission.
So that's economic development here in Greene County as well, as those people have to eat and stay and get gasoline and
all of
et cetera, et cetera. The other thing, I'd like to point out that, yes, it is affiliated. It was begun the United Methodist Church, but it
Yes.
doesn't matter if you have an affiliation to
That's true.
or no affiliation. It's helping people. And yes, it goes overseas, but it helps people in the United States as well, particularly from that disaster
does.
standpoint and other.
And even right here in Iowa,
Yeah.
during the tornado at Greenfield, 3 or 4 semi-loads came from Illinois down there, and then they actually shipped some straight from the Iowa down there.
I think the flooding in
and it's a-
Spencer and
yeah.
other parts of the
And
state
flooding in
that,
Spencer, all of those.
So it's not just overseas. It's not just
Yep.
one religion.
It's
all of us
everybody. It
can
started as a United Methodist organization. It is not a United Methodist organization now. It stands on its own, and it accepts from everybody. But it makes a big difference for a lot of folks in the world. So we're proud that we get to help them with their goal of expanding here in Jefferson.